I could barely tell this damn thing's running. Well, what's up, ladies and genitalia? Cruiser Bruiser here. Hey, Sportster. Running around on this, as you can tell, not one of my normal bikes. This is a 2024 Honda Grom. Yippee! Yeah, I've been thinking about getting one of these for a while now. They're fucking cheap as shit. Okay. I guess we're just fucking stopping in the middle of the road. I've been thinking about getting one of these for a while now. Just because, I mean, they're they're so fucking stupid and so fucking tiny. But dude, they're so fucking fun. Like, you can't not have fun on one of these. Like, it's so fucking dumb that it's fun. But yeah, me and my wife were talking about it for a while. Been watching a lot of videos on just exploring with Groms and stuff. And I was talking about, you know, how I want to get back into doing videos where I explore and just, you know, kind of go to random places that I usually don't go to often. And I figure on a Grom that's going to be much fucking easier, because I've been doing some exploring and stuff on the Dyna, and it's a pain in the dick. It's such a heavy bike, and it's just, yeah, I mean, I do need to adjust the levers and stuff on this thing, because, or not the levers, but the brake lever, I guess the brake pedal and the shift lever, or shift. What am I trying to say? The shifter and the brake pedal. That's what I'm looking for. They're a little bit off right now. The brake pedal is like really low, so I do need to adjust some of it. I mean, it just came off the factory floor, so it's so tiny, but it's so fun. Holy shit. I bet I look like a fucking asshole. And I really don't give a shit. I don't care how fucking stupid I look right now. This is fucking fun. But yeah, I mean, as I was saying, you know, I do want to do a lot more exploring around, you know, kind of go into areas I normally don't go, even take it off-road here and there to kind of, you know, just cruise around some back roads and see, you know, see what's around in these areas I never go to. And it's on the Dyna, it's almost impossible to do that just because it's so fucking heavy, and it's a pain in the ass to stop, find somewhere to, you know, to park it, or find somewhere to pull it in and stop and get off of it and look around and get back on it and all that kind of stuff. It wears you out. This here is going to be so much better, because all I got to do is just ride to where I want to go and just get off of it and kickstand down and go. Much fucking easier to just explore, just go on a quick day cruise with this thing. I do need to adjust my throttle cables a little bit, tighten them up a little. They're a little loose right now. But of course, I mean, it's straight off the dealer floor, so I mean, there's going to be some things that aren't, you know, obviously they're not set up to my expectations, or to my specifications, not expectations. Set up to my specifications, because obviously it was just built by the fucking techs in the back. Came in a fucking box and they put it together. These mirrors are basically useless. All you see is your arm, but I'm doing bar end mirrors anyway, so they're supposed to have some more coming in here in the next, I believe next week. So I told Bill, which is the guy that we bought the Rebel through and the guy that we got this through, and I told him to let me know whenever they come in, because there's a black one that we're wanting, and then we'll decide which one the wife wants and which one I'm going to keep. But honestly, I mean, that's what we were talking about, because, you know, we were originally thinking about getting a new car, getting an SUV. Most of the SUVs that we've been looking at that we want, the payments are going to be somewhere around like $400 to $500 a month. Why do that when we don't necessarily have to have an SUV? We have the Mustang. It's fine. I mean, we don't need anything else. But yeah, why do that and pay that much of a car payment when we can literally have have 2 Groms and a Rebel, which, because my Dyna's paid off, I don't have to worry about it. But 2 Groms and a Rebel for less than the price a month than it would cost us to get a car. I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer there, because we don't have to have an SUV. You know, I mean, they're convenient if you need to buy anything bigger than what the Mustang will carry. But honestly, it's 2023. You can literally have anything delivered to your front door. There's really not much of a need. I mean, the only real bonus to having an SUV is like if we wanted to go, like, take it camping or something like that, and wanted to go, you know, load it up and camp in the back of it, or just haul, you know, all the camping gear, shit like that. But shit, I don't really care about that. We were thinking about once the Rebel and the Groms are paid off, that we will eventually. We'll probably get a truck. We were thinking about just getting a truck, and we can just throw the Groms in the back of it, and throw all of our luggage. Maybe if it's like a 4-door truck, put all of our luggage in the back seat, throw the Groms in the bed of the truck, and then we can go on vacation. You know, if we take a trip or something like that, and then we can roll the Groms off and use the Groms to just cruise around wherever we're vacationing at, whether it be at the beach, in the mountains, whatever. So that's the kind of the idea we're going with it. But yeah, like I said, I mean, why would we want to pay, you know, $400 or $500 a month for a car when we can pay the same, a little bit less for fucking hell, three motorcycles? And the insurance is these things here, these Groms, $15 a month. $15 fucking a month. I pay more than that with my fucking streaming services. Shit, fucking Netflix is more than that now. Like literally my insurance is less than my Netflix. It doesn't have much get up and go, but it's fucking fun. You don't buy these things for speed. You buy them because they're fucking stupid and they're fucking fun. I do wish, like a lot of people say, an issue they have with them is the horn and the turn signals. They should be switched around. The horn needs to be at the bottom and the turn signals up top, which honestly, now that I feel it, I honestly kind of, I'm gonna have to change my mind on that one. I kind of like the turn signal being below, because if the turn signal was up here, you'd have to reach your thumb way higher up. This way, your thumb's right there lined up with it. So I kind of understand what Honda was doing with that now. But we're gonna go down here to Golden Corral. We're gonna go down here to the corral and get some lunch. We haven't had Golden Corral in forever. It's only like 15-20% chance of rain today, so hopefully I don't get rained on. If I do, oh well. Definitely gonna get some probably some Pro Taper bars on it. Same thing everybody else always goes with. So I mean, nothing original. Easy there, partner. I gotta get over here in a second anyway. But yeah, the next shipment of Groms they have coming in are 2023s, so they're $100 less. So she's gonna get a, you know, well, not really she, but we're gonna get a 2023, because I'm not sure, you know, like I said, which one she's gonna ride and which one I'm gonna ride. Like which one's gonna be mine and which one's gonna be hers. We weren't kind of weren't a fan of the orange at first, but that's the only thing they had, and we've been kind of trying to find them. But I kind of like the orange now. I mean, honestly, I'm kind of feeling it. Yeah, she was gonna wrap hers anyway. She's gonna wrap it black. So whatever color it is that they end up getting, she's gonna wrap anyway. And the whole running joke of finding neutral on a Grom, I believe they probably fixed that with the new, you know, the 3rd gens, because this actually isn't that hard to find neutral. Not hard at all. I mean, I went running the neutral, no problem. Let's go ahead and pull in here to old Golden Corral. Let's get us some lunch. I'm getting 126 miles per gallon average.
I can get 70 miles to the gallon on this hog.
Can't complain with that. I'm gonna go eat, and we'll go on some more of a ride here in a minute. See you in a minute. All right, ladies and genitalia. It's a good little lunch there, good little lunch. Kind of bummed out that apparently the Sizzler doesn't do steaks during the week anymore. And it's a Friday. They only do steaks, I think it's at between 4 and 6 on Saturday and Sunday. So that's kind of a bummer. I was really wanting somebody you can eat steak. So that kind of sucks. But you know what? We're going to do some exploring. Because a lot of these areas I usually don't go out through. I don't know where half this shit goes to. So we're going to do some exploring. Let's go this way, because I have no clue where I'm at, no clue where this goes. We're just gonna figure it out. That's the whole point of this motorcycle. First order of business is to get an exhaust for this thing. Good thing is, parts for the Grom are very, very fucking cheap. But yeah, the exhaust on these things, there's one on eBay I was looking at, or not eBay, but Amazon. I forget the name of it, but it's like 75, 80 bucks. And it's a full exhaust system. So, I mean, yeah, you can't really complain about that, because these things are very, very cheap to modify. The bar end mirrors, like 20 bucks. You can get a set of bar end mirrors for like around $20 on Amazon. The handlebars, you can get the Pro Tapers, which is probably what I'm going to go with, like everybody else goes with, because it's the ones that just look the best and handle well. Those are 50, 60 bucks. Sometimes you can find them cheaper. Grips are cheap with anything you buy, $20. Really, I mean, I'm not even sure what would be the most expensive thing. Oh, that's just a pull off. I thought it was a road. Hadn't been out this way in forever. But I mean, the most expensive thing that I'm probably going to do to this bike is probably going to be like that exhaust, like 70, 80 bucks. That's probably going to be the most expensive thing I do to it. The seat's not bad. It's not the most comfortable seat in the world, but I mean, I'm not going to be doing fucking 9-hour trips on this thing, so I mean, that's not that big of a deal. Okay, I'm out of the battlefield now, so I need to turn around somewhere. But yeah, I mean, like I said, the most expensive thing is like $80 for an exhaust. And that's really about it. Once you get that set up, you know, you get your handlebars, some bar end mirrors, the exhaust, and that's pretty much all you really need on it. After that, it's set up for just riding. I mean, I may get like a little luggage rack, you know, like, or the fender, or the fender eliminator, the eliminator kit, like a little tail tidy. But there's a couple of different brands you can get from those that are around 50, 60 bucks. But there's one on Amazon that I was looking at that's, I think it's like 35 or 40. And that just makes it to where this giant whale tail that hangs out the back of it is getting rid of, you know, kind of get rid of it because it's ugly. Yeah, I might do some new pegs, which again, 30, 40 bucks. I'd say with setting this thing up the way you want it, by basically getting new, pretty much most of the performance type mods, which is your exhaust. The air cleaner I'm not really going to do much with. I'll just get the exhaust just because it sounds a lot better than this shitty stock exhaust. I like to have a little bit of sound in my bikes. But I'd say everything all together to get this thing set up exactly the way you want it, you wouldn't spend more than maybe 250 bucks. Maybe, if even that. Probably closer to around 200. So yeah, we'll cruise out through the battlefield out here. The same place, you know, that I usually kind of cruise through, but we're gonna go some of the back roads through it, and we're gonna do some of the little side roads and the scenic, I guess, the tour, or whatever you want to call it. Right now I'm averaging 130 miles per gallon. I don't know how 100% accurate that is with the bike's computer. I know a lot of people have tested theirs and set up their, you know, their GPS on their phones and you know, multiplied the mileage versus how much gas they put in it and stuff like that. But I'm just going to go ahead and just believe what it's saying, because if it's give or take 5 to 10 miles, I don't really care. It's over 100 miles per gallon. That's all I care about. And that's something else, you know, that I was, you know, going to bring up as well about, you know, not getting like an SUV like me and the wife were thinking about doing. But yeah, an SUV, the majority of them that we're looking at, you're only going to get about 20 miles per gallon. Maybe. If you're lucky, 25. There are some smaller, like crossover SUVs, you might get around 30, or you might be able to get like a hybrid or something, which probably not going to do anything like that, just because they're way more expensive to maintain, and if something breaks, it's way more expensive. But yeah, I mean, if you think about that gas mileage versus gas mileage on these, just because, I mean, we're going to be using these, especially once we get to the other one. This is going to be mostly what we commute on, because we were talking about that, you know, how, you know, instead of riding, you know, we don't have to drive to work or ride to work because we work at home. So we're already saving a shit ton of money that way. We don't pay anything in gas unless we just take the car somewhere for a trip, or if we go on a motorcycle ride. That's the only gas we spend. So with these being 130, 140, some people say, you know, I think it says 160 miles per gallon on the specs for it. but I don't really see you getting that much unless you're just babying the shit out of it. But yeah, when you add all that kind of stuff up, the amount of gas that we're saving, yeah, it's a significant difference. Like it is insane the amount of difference that you can save just by using these just to commute on. Yeah, you might look like a total asshole. You might look like a monkey fucking a football, but I don't give a shit. I don't care what it looks like me riding this thing, because, you know, like I said when I first took off on it, it's fucking fun. This thing's like, what, 230 pounds? Before I just lost a few pounds, I'm down to like 206, 207 now. But I'd say like a month and a half ago, before I started trying to lose weight, I weighed as much as this motorcycle. I mean, come on. And that's what we were talking about, you know, with getting a truck instead of an SUV later on down the road. Oh, they're having themselves a little picnic, taking pictures. Oh, they're doing, she's holding like I think that's pregnancy pictures. It looks like she was holding up ultrasounds. Fucking gay. But yeah, that's what we were talking about with getting a truck. These things are so light that me and her can just pick this up together, throw it in the back of a truck. We may get like one of those, like a metal ramps or something like that, to be able to, you know, kind of roll it up and down. But honestly, in theory, we could just pick it up. There's really not many sturdy points to pick it up from, but it could, you know, in theory, be done. I haven't tested the top speed yet on the way from the dealership to the corral, or I guess the corral sizzling. I keep wanting to call it Western Sizzling, but it's Golden Corral. But anyway, on the way to there, I think I got it up to like 56, but I wasn't fully pinned. I'm sure I could probably do at least 60. I could probably steadily do 60 with it pinned, no problem. But again, these things aren't made for speed. They're not made for, you know, going down the highway. They're not really made for long trips, but you can most certainly do a long trip. Yeah, I have a feeling that that this bike's going to have a lot of miles put on it. I have a feeling my Dyna and even possibly the Rebel are going to be upset because we're not going to be riding them nearly as much anymore. Which, I mean, that's perfectly fine. That's for, you know, all the miles that we put on are going to be split up between 4 bikes now. So I mean, we'll still ride the other ones. There's, you know, the Dyna's still going to get ridden, the Rebel's still going to get ridden, but I can guarantee you we're going to ride the Groms way fucking more. Just because, I mean, just the ease of just being able to just hop on it and go. It's not as, I mean, not that riding a motorcycle is taxing, but it can be, but it's just so much easier to get in and out of places. You can park pretty much anywhere that you fucking want. You could take it down the fucking sidewalk if you want to. I mean, you could literally take it anywhere. Kind of hard to do that with the, you know, with the Dyna. So, but yeah, so I got some good news to bring up here. You know how I mentioned my wife also applied for the supervisor role that I got. Well, the other day, I think it was like a week and a half ago, she interviewed for it. She found out the other day that she did get the job. So yay! Woo! Cue children clapping and saying yay. I got a downshift. But yeah, she got that job. She starts her training Monday. So today's Friday. She starts her training Monday. So that is fucking awesome. Some more celebratory news is yesterday we celebrated our 4-year anniversary. So we've been married for 4 years yesterday. So another children saying yay. So that's pretty cool. So it's been an eventful week. It's been a very eventful week, that's for sure. Because we have that. She got the promotion. It was our anniversary yesterday. We got the Grom, so I mean another piece of celebratory information there, which you guys already know about that. And another thing is I was able to get my schedule to where I could have my Fridays and Saturdays back off again. So, which also it ends up being better because instead of me having just Friday and Saturday off like I had before, I have Thursday, Friday, and Saturday off now. Squirrel. As if you haven't noticed, I guess I'll go ahead and bring this up at the end of the video just because I haven't talked about it yet. I decided not to go with Heshimoto. I mean, I know I kind of did like a video or two like that. It just felt weird. I've been calling myself Cruiser Bruiser for so long now. Even though I took a break from YouTube for a while, it's just, I've been calling myself Cruiser Bruiser for so long, it just feels weird calling myself something else. So yeah, it's remaining Cruiser Bruiser. I talked to a couple of my subscribers as well as a few of my friends, and they all said, yeah, just stay with Cruiser Bruiser. Even my wife, you know, she kind of agreed there too, because she was liking Hashimoto, but then again, I was telling her, I was like, yeah, it's hard calling myself something else, and she's like, yeah, I kind of agree with you there. It is a little odd trying to change your name like that once you've had a YouTube channel for, what, 8, 9 years now. So yeah. But anyway, guys, I guess I'm gonna head out of here. I'm gonna head to the house, let her ride this thing around the neighborhood, let her check out the old orange goblin, see what she thinks about it. And yeah, don't forget to tell your friends. Always tell your friends, tell your family, tell your cousins, your nephews, your nieces, everybody, sons, daughters, moms, dads, grandparents, aunts, uncles. Tell them all. Tell them to watch my videos. Give me a thumbs up if you want to, and a thumbs down if you're an asshole. But actually, don't do that, because a lot of you admit that you're assholes. I know I do. I would thumbs down my own video in that case. But yeah, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe. And yeah, as always, let me downshift. And as always, have yourself a nice day. It's the grass clippings. Oh, watch out for them grass clippings, bud. Watch out for grass clippings, brother. God bless. God bless, brother. Watch out for them grass clippings.